Now let's introduce another physical quantity which is called the bandwidth. We know that the human ear is not a very sensitive hearing device. It has been found that if the gain falls to 70.7% of the maximum gain, the ear cannot detect the change. That means if the gain of the amplifier is 100, then if the gain falls to 70.7, then the ear cannot detect the change in intensity of sound and hence no distortion can be heard. However, if the gain falls below 70.7%, the ear will hear the clear distortion. So if the maximum gain of the amplifier varies in between 70.7% of the maximum and maximum gain, then the ear will not be able to detect the change in intensity of the sound and hence no distortion can be heard. Now, if we consider the frequency response curve of a common emitter transistor amplifier, and which is given by this diagram, here the point GM represents the maximum gain of the transistor amplifier. The frequency corresponding to this maximum gain is the resonant frequency FR. And if we consider the 70.7% of GM, that is the maximum gain, then which is corresponding to two frequencies, say F1 and F2. Now, if the frequency of the signal varies in between these two range of frequencies F1 and F2, there will not be any distortion in the output voltage. Or we can say that the human ear cannot detect the change in the intensity of the sound heard by him when the input frequency has been varied in between these two range of frequencies F1 and F2. Then the range of frequency between F1 and F2, for which the human ear response is good, or we can say that we can hear the distortionless sound, is called the bandwidth. So the bandwidth can be defined as the range of frequency over which the voltage gain is equal to or greater than 70.7% of the maximum gain. The range of frequency over which the gain of, or the voltage gain of the transistor amplifier is equal to or greater than 70.7% of maximum gain is called the bandwidth. Here the frequency F1 beyond which we can have the distortionless sound is called the lower cutoff frequency. So F1 is called the lower cutoff frequency, and F2, beyond which the gain of the transistor amplifier falls less than 70.7% of the maximum gain, which is called the upper cutoff frequency. So the bandwidth can also be defined as the difference of upper cutoff frequency and lower cutoff frequency, F2 minus F1. So the difference in these frequencies is called upper cutoff frequency and lower cutoff frequency is called bandwidth. Upper cutoff frequency is the frequency beyond which the gain of the transistor amplifier falls below 70.7% of the maximum value or maximum gain, and the lower cutoff frequency is the frequency below which the gain of the transistor amplifier falls 70.7% of the maximum gain. Now this is the in percentage. If we express this gain in terms of the decibel, let's say what is the fall in the gain from the maximum gain. So consider the fall in voltage gain from maximum gain is equal to, maximum gain is 20 log 100 minus the fallen gain is 20 log 70.7, which is equal to 20 log 100 divided by 70.7. If you do this calculation, it comes out to be 3 decibel. So this is actually the bandwidth. So this difference is in decibel, it is 3 decibel. So in terms of this one, we can again define the bandwidth of a common emitter or transistor amplifier as the range of frequency at the limits of which its voltage gain falls by 3 decibel from the maximum gain. It is the range of frequency at the limits of which its voltage gain falls by 3 decibel from the maximum gain. This is the practical way of determining the bandwidth of a transistor amplifier. For the practical purposes, usually we will draw the frequency response with a log frequency on the x-axis and decibel gain in the y-axis, voltage gain in the y-axis. Then to determine the bandwidth, we will mark the point at which the gain falls by 3 decibel from the maximum gain. So if it is say 20 dB the maximum gain, then it will be 17 dB, and we will calculate the range of this frequency at which the voltage gain falls by 3 decibel, and the difference in these frequencies is given by the bandwidth. So this is the way we are determining the bandwidth for practical purposes. Okay, thank you.